Alright, so now we're gonna, last time we helped Oda put his family back together, which was very heartwarming and very fulfilling, other than we solved, again, no mysteries. And all it did was tell me that, things that I thought were facts between the runs, not actually facts. It's just the same characters. So it seems like there's maybe two different true ends. It just depends which way you go. But they're the two ones I've apparently found that are locked. So I'll get back to those. But for now, we're going to take a trip back through Oda's sink and get our next, I guess our next path. Alright, we all know. Starting up. Okay. Polar Bear. Mr. Superhero.
Alright, let's help reproduce the memory.
Elemental X. Cool.
Curse you, Polar Bear! I will vanquish you! But if I rush in, I'll slip on the ice and fall! Like this. Damn it!
I don't know what that was exactly, but the knowledge you gained might be useful.
I did not want to use my local storage space for this.
Indeed. So I'm pretty sure that this first one is the same regardless, and then we're picking a green shelf or a red shelf.
The ice on the floor is slick.
Alright.
The Orthodox.
Yep, okay, there's this one. Perfect. Okay, then he goes, he gets thrown down, and needs something to help him. Let's try
A plate
this plate.
attached to the shelf. The cold has frosted over it. D.
Yeah, D's don't really do it for me. They have to be at least an F.
Oh god.
There is no end to your desire.
Now I'm back to work.
There seems to be nothing here.
So I need a different... Oh, I bet I need to move the oil
An
drum.
oil drum, though it is lying down.
This should get his attention. I did this last time and it didn't cause anything. And interestingly enough, it was rolled out when we were in the warehouse.
Acetone? Acet? What is this?
No, I don't want to die!
Well, then you better move, Oda.
I eventually stopped thinking. That's Tessa!
God, his little crawl screw is hilarious.
Stand your ground! Oda Matsushita cowers to no one!
Is that the crane control?
I have to fight back with something!
You have 3 minutes, Dante.
A remote control. It fell when Ota ran into the shelf.
Press button.
Nothing is happening.
Maybe there's no power.
Alright.
It appears to be a power panel.
We should throw something?
This is an ice-cold one.
Uh-huh.
Iba, aim for the switch.
Position target in the center and hit the switch. Position target in the center and hit the switch.
There we go. Turn on the power. We have the power?
Now it will move! I can't stand. I'm weak.
Did he really help Iris like that?
Regardless of the truth, right now, I am Ota's last hope. I have to help him up.
This is annoying.
You have less than 2 minutes. Hurry.
I'm hurrying. I'm hurrying. Calm down.
Ota looks frightened. He cannot stand.
Motivate?
Don't be scared. Stand up. Don't beg for it. Earn it. Do it and you'll be rewarded.
The ghost inside me whispered. That's right. I can't be scared now. I have to stand up. Now, count up your sins.
Glad that one worked. Again. Huh. That's caught up there. I wonder why.
Maybe this.
Ah, and then this one, the polar bear's bleeding. Huh. Actually, I guess the polar bear might have died in the other one too, but I don't remember.
Date, you've hit the limit. Time's up.
Wait! I can almost make out their face!
Pewter, force shutdown.
Stop! Stop it!
Okay. Interesting. I still had plenty of time left. Lies, boss. Lies. Then again, you're highly suspect anyway. Another Monday.
What were you thinking? You can only stay in Somnium for 6 minutes.
I still had 49 seconds. What are you talking about?
Any longer and you risk getting your mind completely taken over by the subject.
I know.
No, you clearly don't. This isn't just about you, Date. If your consciousness erodes inside of Somnium, you put the subject in danger as well.
if I may? Fortunately, there were no abnormalities detected in the brainwaves after the sync.
Yeah, because I still had 49 seconds.
Date and Ota both read normal. Although, the timing was really close.
What was I supposed to do? You saw it, boss. You too, Pewter. I was about to see the culprit's face.
Not necessarily. We need to verify that Ota did in fact see the culprit's face. That's the only way it could have ended up in his Somnium.
Well, Ota,
Huh?
you saw the killer's face at the warehouse, didn't you?
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see their face. If I did, I would have told you guys already.
You see?
I mean, I did try to get a look at them when the polar bear fell over. They looked like they were knocked out, so I tried to grab the head part. But as soon as I did, I got stabbed in my gut.
That is what we witnessed in his Somnium.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So, care to elaborate? How are you feeling?
I've been better. I'm still a little drowsy.
He did just get out of the hospital with stitches on a stomach wound.
What about your stab wound?
My what? Oh! Oh, it hurts. It started acting up suddenly. Ow! It's because you grabbed me and forced me to come here, Date!
Don't blame me, that was boss.
I'll sue you for this!
Oh, come on.
Or, how about this? Get me one of the straws Tessa used, and I won't sue you.
Oh god, stop being a creep.
I see Ota is back to his healthy self.
Guess so.
Why were you hiding the knife in your room?
Because I was scared.
Scared?
The killer could come here to finish the job.
But you didn't get a good look at their face, right?
But they don't know that. I had it prepared just in case. You know what I'm talking about, right, Date? Preparing in advance in case you might need it?
I mean, that's what preparing is, but okay.
Like making sure your room is nice and clean before you go to a party. Oh, sorry. You probably don't have any experience with that.
I have more experience than you.
About the hook in the polar bear's leg.
Ota, let me ask you something. When you were fighting the polar bear back at the warehouse, did the crane hook get stuck on the polar bear's leg?
Now that you mention it, maybe it did.
Maybe?
It's like I told you. I don't really remember much. With all the tension and excitement and fear and adrenaline, my mind just went blank.
Also, the fact he nearly bled to death. I'm sure that doesn't contribute to memory making.
But now that we're talking about it, I remember. Yeah, no doubt about it.
Then why didn't we find a blood stain from it? I mean, they could probably swap the hook, maybe, but there wasn't another blood spot, which means the polar bear cleaned it up somehow?
The crane hook got stuck on the polar bear's left leg. And then, when the hook got pulled out, blood sprayed all over.
Date, I checked all of the hospitals in the metropolitan area.
And?
None have a record of a patient admitted after 3 a.m. with a wound to the left leg.
Oh, well, he probably went to a mob doctor. Underworld doctor. That's a thing.
If what I saw in Somnium is how it happened in real life, that was a deep wound. He definitely would have needed first aid.
Perhaps a friend or accomplice helped them.
You think there are multiple killers?
Probably. There were multiple killers the first time around.
That is not what I said. They may have helped the culprit, but not necessarily been involved in the crimes.
That is also a fair assessment. I relayed the information to Boss and Pewter.
So we know that the culprit has a deep wound on their left leg. That information could be crucial in catching them.
Date, get out there. Look for people with an injured left leg.
Okay, you want me to just walk up to every random stranger and be like, is your left leg hurt?
How exactly?
Yeah.
Can't you just go ask around or something?
Boss, you're smarter than this.
Are you serious? Do you know how many people live in this city?
Uh-oh.
What?
We're passing out. That's not good.
Date, what is the matter?
Date!
Are you alright?
That's still unsettling. Well, that was a short Monday. Tuesday. Bright and early on a Tuesday. Oh, Mizuki. Hey.
Hey, this is
Oh, you're alive.
Mizuki? What happened?
You drank too much at the club and passed out.
Liar. I remember everything until I collapsed in the control room.
You did something dangerous during the sink last night, didn't you? Your brain got overloaded and you passed out. That's what Pewter and Boss said.
You met them?
They brought you over. They said to let you sleep it off because you were tired from the investigation.
Uh-huh. Mizuki's bed. Large speakers. The speakers themselves are actually mostly hollow. Yep, that's right. It's Edo Rabbit. A stuffed rabbit. I gave it to Mizuki on her birthday. Audio equipment for an audio file. Indeed. Mizuki. Did Boss and Pewter say anything?
Oh, Date's brain is rotting away. He won't last long now. You should probably prepare for a funeral soon.
So they told you I'm completely fine, huh?
I detect no noticeable damage to your brain.
That's good.
You should not have any issue continuing the investigation.
Don't you have school?
I'm off today.
Why? Today's Tuesday, you should have school.
You really can be an insensitive jerk, can't you?
Oh, she's off by morning.
Taking the day off for morning.
Yes, thank you for the lovely picture of her dead parents again.
I see.
Mizuki is sitting on the edge of the bed. Where's Ota?
He probably went back to the hospital.
Boss told Mizuki about Ota being synced. And about what happened at the cold storage warehouse.
Why did she tell her all that?
Mizuki was asking about the status of the investigation. The girl has lost both her parents. I am sure Boss felt that she deserved to know.
Well, time to get back to the investigation.
Hey, will you take me with you?
I told you yesterday, Mizuki. I won't put you in danger like that.
But you're close to catching the culprit, right? The killer has an injury on their left leg. Boss said you need to find them. Let me help you.
No, you stay here.
Date, don't you know how I feel? My parents are dead. I saw their bodies with my own eyes. If I don't do something, I'm going to go crazy.
Yeah, it's hard to just sit there.
Date, please.
Yes, bring Mizuki. I like having Mizuki around. Let's bring her.
Date, consider Mizuki's feelings. She is lonely. Mizuki has not been with Renju and Shoko for 4 years. But clearly, she still feels a bond to them.
Probably more, there was the shock factor with her mom, but I'm gonna guess that her relationship with her father was better than her relationship with her mom. I mean, she clearly spent a fair amount of time around him.
A bond that was broken by the murderer. With her parents gone, Mizuki has almost no one. She can only depend on one person now. You know to whom I am referring.
Yes, Date, it's time for you to grow up. I know you're only technically 6 years old mentally, but you need to grow up. Yes, of course we're bringing Mizuki. I said we should have brought her
Fine,
last time.
let's go.
You're gonna take me?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Date.
I mean, it's not like she can't handle herself. I got up, grabbed the towel from the sink, and tossed it at Mizuki.
Here, wipe your tears. We're heading out.
Mizuki quickly dabbed her eyes with the towel and smiled weakly.
Date, I must admit, I am at a disadvantage. The clue that the culprit is injured on their left leg does not help me narrow down suspects significantly.
We need to revisit the scene. It's possible that we might find the culprit at one of the crime scenes.
Or ask around the city for further information.
I mean, honestly... Oh, goodness. I think possibly the first place to go should be Marble. Because I'm pretty sure they went to an underworld doctor, and the person who would know that would be Mama. So let's go chat to Mama first.
So that's the situation.
I see. Someone with an injured left leg, huh?
Injured left thigh in particular. But, about Mizuki.
I never got to tell you, but I think she's very cute. I could just eat her up.
Okay.
Oh, don't worry, sweetie. I only really want to eat men. Oh, Date, what are you making me say?
You said that on your own.
Oh, come on.
Oh, man. Oh, like Mama.
Isn't a gentleman supposed to cover for a lady's slip of the tongue?
Who is the lady Mama is referring to?
Obviously, she's the lady.
Don't ask me.
Anyway, know anything about the new Cyclops serial killings?
I've looked into it, but I still don't have anything useful for you.
That's a
The
shame.
case is still as fresh as a young man's juices.
What does that mean?
Okay.
I have no idea.
You can guess, Date. Anyway. About the culprit with the injured leg.
Sorry, no idea.
Damn.
Don't know who they might have taken it? Like, if it didn't go to an actual hospital, you don't know any mob doctors?
I
Really?
thought you, of all people, would know something.
I am an informant, but really dangerous information doesn't just come rolling in here. But I promise, I'll keep my eye out for anything.
Please do.
I mean, you really don't know a
And
mob
if I
doctor?
find something, you have to take a bath with me.
Absolutely not.
Oh, why not?
Because you'd take up all the hot water.
That's your issue?
I promise I won't. I'll even take the costume off.
It's a costume?
Mm-hmm. And I look good without it.
Huh. Interesting. Okay, time to go.
Thanks for the chat, Mama.
Oh, leaving already?
I have an investigation to finish, but I'll be back.
You are so impatient, even though you take your time in bed.
Don't say things like that.
In bed? What does that mean?
Mizuki, stay 12.
You don't need to know. Let's go.
Okay. Sorry, the map button is a little slow to show up there. And the other person I'd like to talk to, I can't go see. I was thinking I could go talk to Hitomi because she said that she brought Falco to a mob doctor when he'd been shot, so she might know the doctor who's treating whoever has gotten a bum leg now. Okay. Let's go to the shrine. I don't know on this route that we've encountered anything at the shrine. Have we? Thought that was all down Iris's route. I guess this is just where they trained. That's what it is in this route.
Huh? Why are we at the shrine? Did you come here to pray that you find the criminal?
No, I don't believe in God.
Wow, how edgy teen of you.
Don't you see his hair? He's definitely an edgelord teen.
And don't call me a teen. You're 12.
Well, you said that you got the shoulders of a 40-year-old.
That's not even remotely similar.
So why are we really here?
I sometimes come here when an investigation stalls. It helps me think. Sometimes I even solve the case from here. This is a quiet, peaceful little spot in the middle of a violent city. It's calming. It keeps all of the bad thoughts away.
Didn't expect you to be such a poet.
You could at least call me a romantic.
She's 12.
Same thing.
They're not at all the same thing. It's the difference between someone who's frugal and someone who's cheap.
You're stubborn about weirdly specific things.
Yes, Date, you are. Rope hanging from the
Mr. Bell?
Mrs. Bell.
I see you two are getting along well.
The offering box.
Hey, Mizuki. Do you think you could fit your hand into the box there?
No, we are not stealing coins from the offering box, Date.
Hey, Date! Are you really a cop?
That's a great question. A Shinto shrine. It looks rather solemn.
Why do these dog statues always have one with its mouth open and one with its mouth closed?
Good question. Maybe the one with his mouth open is going, ah, and the one with his mouth closed is going, You're the one who asked.
I know there's a specific folklore reason for that, but isn't it also why one has a raised paw? The other one doesn't? The awe and guardian dogs. I don't really know, though. A lantern. I did get to visit a really gorgeous shrine in Japan a number of years ago. It was like I think it was like a zodiac shrine, and they had these amazingly beautiful carved animals that were set in like a circle around the shrine, and then there was a big pedestal for the animal whose year it was. And they were just gorgeous. Ugh. Visit Chizuya. Chizuya, you wash your hands and face here. Tree. A tree. Pretty flowers are blooming, and as we found out in Iris's route, those are winter iris. Monument. A stone monument. There's something engraved here, but I can't read it. I don't know if anybody could read that.
What does it say?
When riding on a train, people on opposite sides of the car doors shouldn't stare at each other. That's what it says.
That is definitely a lie.
Yes. The stone monument. There's something engraved here, but I can't read it. Alright, Mizuki. About your training.
Coming here reminds me of when I trained you.
Yeah. It's been a while since we came here last.
I have nothing more to teach you. Let us see the results of your training.
Leave it to me!
Begin!
How's that?
Well, this is on you.
Hey! What are you two doing?
Mizuki! Run for it!
Wait for me!
God, you just dropped a tree on somebody. Way to go. About the bullies.
By the way, whatever happened to those kids who bullied you?
Oh, did I not tell you?
No, you haven't said anything about it. I didn't want to pry.
They stopped bugging me as soon as I threatened to fight back. They targeted some other kids instead. They did terrible things. So I broke all their front teeth.
Yes, I remember Hitomi mentioned that in the other timeline.
Jeez.
Hey, since we're here, let's go into the shrine.
I told you, I don't believe in that stuff.
Come on, come on!
Let's go in. There's supposed to be a fruit in there, right? Eternal life. Aw, this is so cute. I'm so glad I came here.
What did you ask for?
To leave this boring place as soon as possible. And you?
It's a secret. When you tell people your wish, it won't come true.
Then why did you ask me?
Because if your dream doesn't come true, mine is more likely to.
You're more crooked than a hernia.
Huh?
I've never heard that expression. Does he mean a hyena?
Anyway, where to next?
I guess let's go to the central... Well, I honestly don't think we're gonna find anything new at Bloom Park. I mean, we'll go. There's no reason we would find anything.
I remember telling you before that Bloom Park is an important part of my memories. Before it shut down, I came here a lot with Daddy and Mom. They fought a lot, but sometimes they got along. Whenever we were here, it was one of those sometimes days. I remember it clearly. I was just a little girl, but it was so rare to see them laughing together. That's why I remember it so well. I remember riding the merry-go-round like this. Mom was standing right next to me. She was holding me, so I wouldn't fall.
Aw. Where was Renju when you were on the horse?
Daddy was on the outside taking pictures of me and Mom. He was on the other side of the fence with an old camera. Every time we passed in front of him, Mom and I would wave our hands. We sound like a happy family, huh?
He must have gotten good pictures.
No, actually. We tried developing them at the park, but they came out all blurry and out of focus.
Oh, man.
But Mom wasn't mad or upset or anything.
That's a dad.
She just started laughing. That might have been the first and last time the three of us laughed out loud together.
Oh, that's fairly tragic, though. Did you go on any other rides?
I couldn't get on many of them because I was so little, but I did ride the Ferris wheel. And the panda ride. They're kinda tame now, but at the time they were really fun. I was having so much fun, it felt wrong. Like it was too good to be true.
That is incredibly disappointing. Have you come here before with friends?
Other than last Friday? Nope. I haven't.
I mean, it's been closed for most of her life.
This place has been off limits for almost a decade.
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't, I don't think I would want to come back here.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to trample all over your happy memories.
Why is that?
How can I explain it? I guess I just wanted to keep that memory beautiful. I didn't want to ruin it or replace it with another. But in the end, it was replaced with the worst memory possible.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Guess we'll say nothing. I didn't say anything as Mizuki climbed down from the horse. Then she asked me something strange.
Hey, Date, how do you define family?
Define it? You mean like being blood related?
That would mean you and I could never be family. Well, I guess that's okay.
It's okay.
This is what I think. A family is a perfectly ordinary relationship in the most ordinary way.
Huh?
Like, you say, I'm home, and you get a welcome home back. Doing those ordinary things automatically, without even thinking about it, is what a family is. That's why maybe me and Mom and Daddy weren't able to be a family. Our whole lives, we never could be ordinary. Even if I tried my hardest to be normal, it would just be awkward. Eventually, I got tired of trying. I killed them.
What?
I killed Mom and Daddy.
I don't think you mean actually.
I was never a good girl.
None of this is your fault, Mizuki. None of it.
I didn't listen to Mom. I couldn't do ordinary things. That's why Mom hit me. And why Mom and Daddy didn't get along. And why they got divorced.
No, I think your mom was just not a great person.
Then Mom had to start working. And start doing business with dangerous people. If I was just a good girl...
No. You never take responsibility for other people's bad decisions. They made them on their own. None of it's your fault.
Mom wouldn't have been killed. All of this, is all my fault.
Date, you damn well better hug that little girl.
Why me?
Hey, haven't you had enough?
Why me?
I'm not married, so take this with a grain of salt, but it's not just you, right?
I'm glad she still wore the same clothes when we used to hang out at Mama's with her.
Doesn't every family have a tough time raising children?
Our child is abnormal.
Abnormal?
Ever since she was a baby. No child should cry at night as much as she did.
I don't know. I've heard some children that are just, the babies they're never quiet. They're all different.
No child should dislike buggy rides that much. No child should ask to be picked up and hugged all the time.
No, they kind of need that. It's called bonding. Anyway.
She's still abnormal even now. Other children would have learned to clean up after themselves by now. They would be studying, going to bed on time, waking up on time.
How old is she?
Yet why is my little girl?
She sounds like a normal kid to me. Maybe the problem isn't with Mizuki. Maybe it's you.
I'm doing more than anyone. Our child is stupid, brain dead, abnormal.
No, you just don't want to be a mom, and that's what that came down to.
Date, honey, you can't work her up like that.
Sometimes people aren't cut out for it. I'll take a drink.
Sure you aren't drinking too much, honey? If you pass out, there's no way I can control her.
Alright. You should scold her.
Hey, Shoko, no. There, I scolded her.
Ugh, that was helpful, Mama. Real helpful. Anyway, what do you think?
I think she's loaded. Let her get this off her chest.
Alright. Spill it, Shoko. Listen to the rest of the story. Tell me how
quit my
normal your
job for that
daughter
girl.
is. Well, you don't necessarily have to do that when you have a kid. It's actually perfectly normal for both parents to have a job now. Sometimes it's just not feasible to have a single parent and then have a parent stay home and take care of the kid.
I threw away the career that I built with my own hands. I raised my child at the expense of my own life.
It's kind of what children are... You do for children?
But one little slap.
Are you hitting your kid?
There's nothing I can do. I have no choice. I know you should never raise your hand to a child. I know that. But I have a good reason. She doesn't listen to me, so what else am I supposed to do?
Children push limits. You just have to show them where the limits are, and they don't necessarily involve smacking your child across the face.
What the hell do you mean, what am I supposed to do? That's no reason to hit a child.
So of course she starts crying. And it's so irritating that I have to hit her again to get her to stop. And Mizuki cries and cries some more. Why are you crying? If you're gonna cry, why didn't you just listen to me in the first place? Then I wouldn't have to hit you. Stupid Mizuki. Stupid girl. It's not my fault. Everything is her fault.
Have you talked to Renju about this?
I'm trying. I'm trying harder than anyone.
I mean, maybe he could have taken some turns at home. It seemed like he cared about Mizuki enough, too.
Why doesn't anyone see that? Why doesn't anyone understand?
Date.
Yeah, I'll talk to Renju about this.
I wanted to ask where Mizuki was.
It was my misunderstanding.
What do you mean?
I thought that mothers love their children unconditionally. But some mothers just can't do that. Well, no. Maybe she does love her. But she has a hard time of it. Shoko was never hugged by her mother. Not because her mother wasn't around. She was raised to never develop a sensitivity to affection. No hugs, no piggyback rides, nothing. Maybe that's why she doesn't know how to love Mizuki.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of training you learn as a kid from how your parents behave.
When an animal raised in captivity gives birth, sometimes it just doesn't know how to raise its young. It's just like that.
So... I do feel bad about Shoko.
But that doesn't mean she's blameless in all this. Someone has to put a stop to it.
If I could have, I would have done it a long time ago.
What about counseling?
I did recommend that. She told me, I'm not sick. Why should I go see a doctor? Mizuki is the problem. Mizuki is the sick one.
Maybe it's best if Mizuki and Shoko are separated.
No, Mizuki would never leave Shoko. She wouldn't hear of it. Mizuki and Shoko are practically attached at the hip.
And maybe that's part of the problem.
Even with all of the hitting?
Yes. Even if she's abused on a daily basis, even if she's treated like garbage... Maybe. Mizuki is hungry for love. She craves praise and attention and physical affection.
That's why a hug is important.
She wants it from her mother. That's why she's so attached.
Couldn't you step in and take over the parenting, let Shoko have her career back, be the stay-at-home dad? That's a legitimate career path, too.
I have a company now,
Lemniscate.
and we're at a crucial stage of development. I can't take even a single second out of my day to deal with a kid.
Hey, that's your daughter you're talking about. Maybe because you two can't cooperate on raising a child, Shoko is having trouble coping.
It is not just a one-parent job. I mean, you can do it with one parent. It's just harder. And some people have a really hard time with it.
That might be it. Maybe this is partially my fault.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna say it. You two are both awful parents.
Yeah, they really are.
I knew about the whole thing. That's why 4 years ago, I decided to start taking care of Mizuki. Mizuki, you did nothing wrong. Don't blame yourself. It's not your fault.
Yeah, exactly. It's not your fault.
Not one single thing was your fault.
Now, give the kid a damn hug, Date. I swear to God, that's exactly what you need to do right there. That is a hug moment. Ay, ay, ay. Lemniscate, I guess? Because why not? Hello, receptionist. Oh my God. I gotta do that top one. Anyway. Also, because I was doing some looking up, and I know that's linked to an achievement. So anyway, have you seen anyone with an injured left leg?
Nope, sorry. But I did see a guy who had legs like a horsehair crab.
Okay, that's kind of creepy.
What? Sounds horrifying.
Yeah, exactly. I have to, just because it's too hilarious. I want to touch your too big.
Oh, this is embarrassing. But okay.
Okay, lady, you seem very into
Seriously?
this.
Really?
Yeah?
I sprinted to the desk. Then she sealed her mouth tight shut and puffed out her cheeks. I poked them with the tip of my finger. They were surprisingly soft.
Date, what are you doing?
Sorry, what?
Does this have anything to do with the investigation?
No.
Mizuki punched me in the gut and dragged me back to where I was. Okay, so this is for the achievement, and just because I happen to know that this is one when I was skimming through things. Let's go to a Tommy together.
Huh? What?
What are you doing?
I have to ask this 4 times.
I'm putting the investigation on hold. I'm going to a Tommy with her. I've made up my mind. You can't stop me.
Side effects of the medication. This is acute brain failure.
She keeps talking about medication, and that has not been explained. So I wonder if one of the routes explains Date's past at the locked routes, and one of the locked routes solves the case? Or maybe they both solve the case and Date's past? It's kind of weird, but I think both opposing routes would not solve the case the same way because I think the basic facts between routes are completely different, which is weird.
Wait, are you serious?
Do I look like I'm joking?
Date, you're being annoying again.
Do you know how angry I can get, Date?
There we go. Last
Let's
time.
go to Atami.
Okay.
I took her hand and led her out of Lambda's gate. I left Aiba behind. Well, that's an ending, maybe. Do I finally get to see this fabled? This concludes the case of the new Cyclops serial killer. Goodbye, police officer life. Hello, Atami Shizuka. I decided to begin life anew as a carnival worker in the Hot Springs town. The end. Yep. Okay. That's a thing. Yeah, sure. I'll just go back to this gate. That's hilarious. It is actually an ending. Oh my god. Anyway. We were doing, we need to do Lemnis Gate. I probably should have just done that later, but oh man, I had to. It was just legitimately an ending, and it was funny. All right, now, seriousness, have you seen anyone with an injured left leg?
Nope, sorry. But I did see a guy who had legs like a horsehair crab. What? Sounds horrifying.
Yeah, that's a very unpleasant picture. Do you have any memories of Renju here, since we're going on the memory train with you?
Sometimes we would talk when I came over to hang out.
What kind of things did you talk about?
Nothing special. The usual.
The usual?
Are you doing well? Have you been eating right?
Huh. So that's the usual.
I guess. About the person with the injured leg.
Mizuki, could you go to the office? Ask them if they've seen anyone with an injured left leg.
Got it.
Mizuki ran into the office. After a while, she returned dejected.
Looks like it didn't go well.
No.
Well then, let's go check out his office.
Good idea. You might find something important in there.
Definitely worth looking at. Mizuki and I investigated Renju's office, but I didn't find anything that could be a clue. I don't even get to see it? That's a lame game.
Damn. No hits.
Do not be discouraged. Bad days and sore feet are part of the job.
Time to earn my paycheck, I guess.
We're helping Mizuki. Oh, that's nice. It remembered where I was. I don't have to go through the other ones. Sure, let's continue our Renju tour. Our tour of happy memories. And not so happy memories, I guess. But mostly happy memories. We gotta help Mizuki work out her feelings, so she can grow up to be a great adult, like she's going to be. I visited Sunfish Pocket with Mizuki, where Renju was killed. Once again, I looked for any clues we might have missed.
I guess it was a waste of time.
Yeah. I didn't find any clues.
It doesn't look like there are any clues here. Doorway to the kitchen. Mizuki? Sorry for bringing you here.
because this is where Daddy's corpse was? I told you before, it's fine. I was the one who said I wanted to come with you, so...
Can you think of anything?
Not really.
Well, then let's get going.
Yeah, nothing we can do here.
Camera. Central Hospital. Let's go here before we go to the warehouse. Just 'cause reasons. I know it doesn't really matter, because the fact that it says they're free moves means that it doesn't matter what order I do them in. They don't occupy any time slots during the day, which is why there's no time next to the date, or next to the day. But you wouldn't necessarily know that without having
Mizuki!
gone to the flowchart and looked.
And Date.
Ota, are you okay?
Yeah, totally.
Oh, I don't want to get in your way. I should head home before I cause any more trouble.
No, not at all. You're fine right here.
No, really, I should go. I'm sure that he has more fun with his friends than with me. So...
Aw. That was such a sad story, too, and I'm glad that we fixed his family life, but, whew. Everyone's got family problems. Mayumi quickly shuffled out of the room.
Thanks, Mizuki.
Huh?
You came to visit me, right?
Oh, yeah. Right.
It would be awkward to admit we are only here for the investigation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, how are you?
Forget me. Are you okay? You passed out last night.
Yeah, I'm fine. I feel much better after a good night's sleep.
It sounded like you were having a nightmare. You kept moaning something about Reika. Reika.
Okay, I'm glad Iba didn't get in on that dream, because we don't think we need to see that. Even though I'm not monetizing this on YouTube, that, get it, I don't know, pulled down or something, probably?
Seriously?
Seriously.
Boy, do I hope we find a picture of this Reika. Have you remembered anything?
No, just what I told you yesterday.
All right. You know, if you weren't in the hospital, I would slap you upside the head so hard you start remembering things again.
Like shock therapy?
Whoa, old school. I thought Abyss was more future tech than that.
Yeah, future tech. You know, it seems to always work better if you hit it.
We are, but if it ain't broke, you can learn a lot from the past.
I see. Maybe you should hit him.
No, no. No way.
Expression.
Ota's pretty energetic for being in bed all day.
Well, he's got nothing to do, and with his mom there, it's not like he could, you know, look up things on his phone or anything.
He's the type that gets annoying around women.
About the investigation.
So, we still don't know who the culprit is?
If you remember anything at all, please, tell me.
Well, maybe that all depends. If you could get me, say, Tessa's toothbrush, it might jog my memory.
Mizuki, hit him.
Are you really gonna do this in front of Mizuki?
It's fine. Mizuki proofreads the light novels I write. I'm sure she's used to it by now.
What are you making her read?
Lots of things, like...
Wait, Mizuki, you don't have to tell him!
Well, you didn't at least have, in bed, the phrase, in your novels, or, Mizuki would know what that meant. Anyway. About Ota.
I heard that you fought off the killer and saved Iris. That's so cool, Ota! You have a wound of honor!
No, not really. Well, I guess a little. Calling me a hero. It's kind of embarrassing.
I didn't call you a hero.
It is a good thing Iris was saved, but he's still irritating.
Oh, yes, he's still irritating for sure.
Even more irritating than seeing cosplay in public.
Aw. About Iris.
Have you heard about Iris? The nurse was talking about her a minute ago.
That she's still in the ICU? Yeah. Apparently the surgery went well, but she hasn't woken up yet.
Well, she does have a brain tumor.
Hey, Ota. Next time we should fold 1,000 paper cranes.
I mean, he could do that while he's sitting here. He's got plenty of energy. Time on his hands.
To wish that Iris will get better.
Yeah. We could even make her a life-size crane.
That would be a somewhat troublesome gift.
Possibly. Should we get going?
Yeah, let's go.
Wait, you two just got here.
It's okay. We saw you. Now we can go.
We already have Ota's testimony. It is unlikely he has any further useful information.
Right.
Where to now, Date?
So then how about anybody having come in today with a leg wound?
Let's see.
Well, there's one place left. Although they didn't find the blood pool from or where that was. How are the cops doing this investigation? Really? Just take a UV light over the place. Doesn't matter if they cleaned it up with the bleach. I think you can still see where it was. And they ought to see that there was some on the hook. I mean, isn't that usually one of the first things they do?
This is where Iris and Ota almost got killed, right? It gives me goosebumps.
You scared? That's rare. You need to chill.
Oh god, Date.
You need to get better jokes.
Yup.
Oh, I understand. Chill, meaning both cold and relax. A pun intended.
Don't explain it, it's embarrassing.
Yep. Well, obviously the crane is important, but, hey, Inspector. Do you like your line of work?
Well, I don't dislike it. Of course, depending on the case, sometimes it does get pretty discouraging. But that just makes the job all the more important, right? It means it really makes a difference in the world.
Yes,
You're
it
a
does.
great guy.
You should learn from him.
Do you know
Yes, you
why I
should.
do this job? What keeps me going?
I heard you became a cop so you could steal underwear from the gym and not get in trouble.
Who told you that? I'll show them trouble.
Yeah, who did tell you that? Anyway, I'll get to Mizuki in a second. Any leads, good sir?
No, not so far.
I mean, you've left that blood puddle there. It's quite impressive. Is it frozen? We see each other a lot.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe in a previous life we...
Taro. You must be Taro, right?
No, I'm not Taro.
No, he's not. Alright. Mizuki. Are you cold? I would think the shivering would
Could I have your
indicate
jacket?
yes.
Oh, wait. Never mind. That jacket probably hasn't been washed in years.
In spite of the fact that he's got, 2 more hanging in the closet.
Who said I'd give it to you anyway?
Identical coats.
Don't disregard good intentions so casually.
Mizuki is a quick thinker. You are her father figure now. You should praise her so she matures.
I don't want her to mature. She's trouble enough as it is.
Anyway. Have you been here before?
Huh? What do you mean?
This is Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse. I know you said Renju doesn't own it or anything, but I thought maybe you might have seen it before.
No, not at all.
Really?
Yes, stop being annoying.
Yeah, just because it has the same name doesn't mean it's, she's gonna visit it, especially if her father has nothing to do with it.
Why would I lie about that?
Anything on your mind?
The polar bear. Where did he hurt his leg? He did get hurt, right? The boss lady said so.
The crane hook got stuck on the polar bear's left leg.
Did Ota bleed out over his blood? It kind of looks like it, based on where that might have been.
And then, when the hook got pulled out, blood sprayed all over.
That's right. The polar bear must have been bleeding badly at this warehouse. That means...
About the blood. Somewhere in the frozen warehouse is the polar bear's blood. Well, to be precise, the blood of the person in the polar bear costume. Thank you. I mean, there should be some on the crane. The hook that pierced the polar bear's left leg. It's gotta be the bloodstain.
Ota was down around here, right?
I mean, based on what we saw.
Correct.
The bloodstains there must belong to Ota.
Correct.
No, wait.
His blood might be covering up the other blood.
That's where the polar bear's leg was pierced by the hook.
So maybe Ota didn't lose as much blood as we thought.
Date, I've analyzed the blood. The bloodstain here is not from a single person. 2 different blood types are present. One of them is most likely Ota's. The other...
Hey, do you have DNA forensics on that blood stain?
I mean, you've been standing there for
course,
2
yeah.
days.
I already sent it to the lab to be analyzed. I'm just waiting to hear back.
Why are you waiting?
Because that blood is from Ota Matsushida's wound, right? I didn't think there was any need to rush the results.
Tell them we need it analyzed urgently. Highest priority. The culprit's blood is mixed with Ota's.
Yes, sir. Understood.
I mean, I'm quite impressed that you've been in this cold warehouse for 2-ish days now.
You did it, Date. We're making progress.
If this goes well, we can identify the criminal with a single test.
Well, assuming you have his DNA on file. Or their DNA on file. I guess I shouldn't say it's a he. But yeah, that only works if you have something to compare it with. Although if you have, like, a relative, there's a good chance you might be able to at least find somebody related in the system.
But it might take some time for the results to come out. No point waiting here. We might as well check somewhere else.
Got it.
Well, there's nowhere else to check, actually, so we're gonna go wherever the story wants us to go now. And that is... back to the headquarters. I suppose we should have gone there first and then done the tour of the city, but I can never tell. Sometimes it's like you go to those places and you find something and it just prevents you from seeing anything else.
Date, a call from boss. Shall I connect you?
No, wait. If I take the call, Mizuki might ask questions.
Are you talking to yourself again? Do you need to go to the hospital?
Exactly.
I can put it on speaker.
Please.
Date, are you with Mizuki right now?
Yes, what's up?
I need you to come to Abyss headquarters with Mizuki.
I was just heading there. Did something happen?
Yeah, the head office is here.
Oh, good.
They want to get information from Mizuki. We here at Abyss have her testimony, but the rest of the MPD wants to hear from her.
About how she didn't murder her parents?
They didn't get anything from her last time.
Well, yeah, because she had a mental condition where she couldn't speak. You'd think they'd be a little more sensitive to that, but okay. And you'd think agencies would be able to share testimony, but apparently not.
They want to do an official questioning.
Well, we better damn well be there because we are now her legal guardian.
We don't have the power to say no. So, please.
You heard her.
I don't want to. I want to keep investigating.
There's nothing we can do. We can't fight the power of the state.
You are the power of the state.
Abyss is a toenail on the foot of the state. As far as they're concerned, we don't really do anything, and we don't have any say in what they do. And anytime we get too troublesome, they cut us off.
Why? Ugh, stupid Date.
I'm sorry, Mizuki, but don't worry, we'll be sitting in with you the whole time. At least we better be, because that's our right. We should have somebody there to watch out for our little girl. And we are her responsible party. And she's a minor.
Sorry for the trouble.
Don't worry about it. I'm just a slave to you anyway.
Oh, come on. I don't treat you like a slave, do I?
Well,
Just because I sometimes make you lick between my toes?
ew, what?
I didn't lick anything.
Anyway, thanks, Date. And don't worry about Mizuki. I told HQ to take it easy.
Uh-huh.
Mizuki, just make sure you behave and listen.
Why are we not going in with her? This seems important. We are her guardian now. Surely that's our responsibility.
It'll be over soon, don't worry. Besides that, Date, there's something I have to tell you. You have a message from one of the inspectors at the warehouse. He wants to give you some information in person at the warehouse.
Could he have...
The blood results?
I'll head over right away.
Are we sure it's actually the inspector? That seems kind of weird. You couldn't just, give it to us somewhere else?
Mizuki, you be a good girl, okay?
Ugh.
Jeez.